Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Sun Devil Source 2-minute drill. I'm Gabby Chernoff, he's Chris Cartman. We're here at Mountain America Stadium following Kenny Dillingham's weekly Monday presser and the 31-28 victory over Texas State. Now, in today's press conference, he gave us a little bit of an injury update in that Texas State game. Over half a dozen of ASU's two deep were out with injuries, but what did he have to say on that kind of update and who might be back for Texas Tech?
Yeah, their defensive front in particular really seriously injured. And I would say the most important returning player is Prince Dorbah. He hasn't played all season, 3 games. He's one of their top defensive ends, pass rushers. They really could utilize him. And then Jordan Crook, who I think was one of their top 3 linebackers going into the season, is going to be playing. They could have used him against Texas State. There's a few other guys that are questionable. Jacob Kangaika, DeCarlos Brooks. We'll have to see about those guys progressing into the week. Rayleigh Brown, also questionable after playing a limited number of snaps against Texas State.
And then all season, all through camp, really, Kenny Dillingham has been talking about the team's adversity and their ability to kind of be resilient when they're down. And that showed up at that Texas State game. And as he put it, they played horribly, but they still won the game. So what does that say about the team when they're able to win those types of games while maybe not playing as good as he wanted them to?
Yeah, he said that there were 50 missed assignments, which is like a massive number. And he partly blamed himself, saying that maybe they put too much into the game plan in a short week, having 5 days of prep, which that kind of makes sense. Texas State, very asymmetric and difficult to prepare for in terms of its approach on the defensive line, which I think was problematic for the team. Not really too many excuses, though, for making that many mistakes. But the veteran players sort of anchored their ability to come back from a 2-touchdown deficit and made big plays when it mattered. Xavion Alford, Shamari Simmons really crucially came up big in the late game situation.
And then Sam Leavitt, another really impressive week by him. He was ASU's top-rated offensive player according to PFF, and Kenny Dillingham says he has a great sense of security being tethered to Sam Leavitt in his job.
Yeah, and that makes sense based upon what we've seen. Leavitt did have his first interception, but he's shown a lot of moxie, toughness. I think he's got some leadership characteristics. He's a very hard worker. Dillingham said, basically, the job that I do at ASU is going to be very tethered to the performance of Sam Leavitt as a redshirt freshman. It makes sense. I wrote a column that essentially said as much before the start of the season. But the fact that he reiterated that today, I think, is a sign that he does have a lot of confidence in Leavitt as a quarterback.
Well, ASU will travel back to Texas, this time in Lubbock, to try and go 4-0 as they face Texas Tech. We'll both be there giving you all the coverage and the prep, of course, as they look to prepare to go 4-0. So until next time, Gabby Chernoff, Chris Cartman for Sun Devil Source.